Ahoy, shipmates! What a lovely day here in port. Looks like it's going to be a lovely bank holiday weekend. Let me check, is the microphone working? Yes, microphone is working. Everything seems to be working. The captain is working. In case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting live and direct from the port of Southampton. How about that? Even remember to do it as soon as I went live. Things are looking good today. We have 4 ship. I spoke too soon. I thought things were looking good, and I've got a problem. One of my button panels has gone offline, and it's rather important. Hang on a second. Let me do the old unplug it, plug it back in again trick, because that seems to be fairly successful most of the time. Where does that go then? So many wires. Without this button, I can't do a lot of things. Oh, buttons, I should say. Where does it go? Gosh, where does it go? Yeah. Rat's nest of cables down here. Oh, here we go. Right. There it is. Unplugged it, I think. Here. No? Where does that one go? How can there be so many cables? No, that's not that one. They're all wrapped around each other. Right, now I've got it. Right, let's plug this one back in. Without this control panel, it makes it very difficult to change all the cameras and various different items. There we go. Now it's working. So here we go. It's simple fix there. Just needs to be unplugged and plugged back in again. That's very much the theme of most electronics involved on this channel. And all the cameras and most of the gadgets need to be unplugged and plugged back in again. Right, that's that working. Right, now what was I going? Why did I do that? Ah, yes, because I wanted to show you the list. No, see, I can't do the list without the... can't do the list without my little stream deck, as excellent spanner Monty Byrne says. Yes, so there we go. We've got 4 departures today: the Britannia, Majestic Princess, Queen Mary 2, and Borealis. Britannia. Hang on. No, I thought I could hear a horn. It was just merely a low-flying aircraft. The Britannia here, 46th berth, Ocean Terminal, looking bright and jolly. She's due at 4 o'clock, but she's actually radioed in a few minutes earlier, just as I was putting the headphones on and checking the audio on the radio. She's already radioed in to say that she is going to be 20-30 minutes late.
Majestic Princess VTS, that's all. Copy, thank you. Britannia, she's going to wait for you to pass before departing it.
Yeah, no, there's Chris on the VTS there. They just heard originally Britannia and Majestic Princess both leaving at 4, so Britannia would have been first. But now the Majestic Princess is going to leave off. She's leaving about 5 minutes late, but she'll be first, followed by Britannia. And then pretty much straight after that, as we can see down there, is good old Queen Mary too. And I was going to say we should have a good shot of her lines, but there appears to be a vessel in the way there. So it's a vessel in the way, isn't there? Never a day with a clear view of everything. Well, I should be thankful it's a clear view day, shouldn't I, really? So the Majestic Princess, she's at the other end of port. And again, we've got slight issues up that way. We've now got an oil tanker in our way. Let's have a quick look. If I'll whiz the camera around, you'll be able to see. There we go. If I go back over the box cap, there you go. That there is a oil tanker, which we don't normally see at this end of port. Apparently, I think it's failed effectively. It's ship MOT, and once it discharged its cargo down at Fawley, it's come up to here, the maintenance berth, and having some work done to make sure it complies with regulations. But unfortunately, it means that she does somewhat obscure our view, and it is the Plata Gloria. What is the weather like? I was out on the Iron Horse earlier, running a few errands, and I must say I got stuck in traffic. I didn't think I was going to get back in time. It was a bit touch and go. I did get back in time, just about, and it was very hot on the old Iron Horse. What have we got here? Temperature around 20 centigrade, wind 7.4 knots, gusting to 8.8 knots. Wind direction is from the south. Fairly typical. Visibility only 21 nautical miles. I think, yeah, it's a bit hazy over there towards the Isle of Wight, isn't it? Yeah, a bit hazy towards the mainland. Yeah, it's got that sort of summer haze going on. Fairly calm there in the Solent. Looks like the fake festival is setting up. That is on tomorrow.
Challenger 5 VTS. Challenger 5 VTS, all copy, thank you.
Yeah, that's on tomorrow, the fake festival in Mayflower Park. I'll probably end up hearing that on Ferrycam. Probably end up getting a copyright strike for music, if it's good enough. It's a fake festival it's a whole load of, what do you call them, tribute bands. Although I have heard them as I've walked past, and generally it's not too bad. Also, tomorrow, weather-wise, is looking rather good. I've been planning a pub crawl by dinghy. Now, I think tomorrow could well be the day. It's looking ideal weather-wise. The only problem is tide times. So tomorrow I'm looking at winds of about 4 to 5 miles now all day, sunny all day, right up until 8 o'clock at night. Basically 9 o'clock at night when the sun sets, so that could be an option tomorrow. Sunday won't be an option because the pubs aren't open early enough, but Sunday looks even better weather-wise. It's a bit of an issue. So I might, if I end up doing the pub crawl by boat tomorrow, I'll end up doing it later in the day. So I'll probably won't be broadcasting because I'll still be on the water whizzing around somewhere. Although I suppose saying that, I might be going past the cruise ship, so I could broadcast the cruise ships, couldn't I, live from the water? Yeah, well, okay, we'll see how that goes. I'm just checking. I'm going to do some research once I finish this broadcast as to exact opening times of some of these pubs so I can see if I can make it work. There's a couple of shipmates there up by the side. You think, oh, yeah, they're giving us a wave. I think I can hear some music on the outside microphone. I wonder if the fake festival has already started.
Southampton VTS, Red Falcon, good afternoon. We are ready to park Royal Pier bound for cows, please.
Red Falcon VTS, good afternoon to you. That is all copied. Just be aware, Majestic Princess away from 106 now, outward bound.
Understood, thank you.
She is indeed on the move. There you go. She's well away from the side, and normally we'd see her by now, but I think the oil tanker there is hiding out. Right, shipmates, who do we have in the chat? What shipmates do we have in the chat, I wonder?
Red Jet 7 VTS, that's all copied, thank you. The Majestic Princess, she's away from 106 now, outward bound. Should be followed shortly by the Britannia away from 46.
Who we have in the chats? Let's have a quick look. We have, who do we have in the chat? Oh, there Nicholas Saw. Oh, there's Simon Bolton. Oh, there Carol Finnis.
Split 3 VTS, that's all copied, sir. Thank you. Very good afternoon to you. And have a good evening. We'll speak to you tomorrow.
And oh, there Annette Johansson. And oh, there Paula Jones.
CTS Ocean Venture, hook out main channel to the east. This vessel does not require deep room.
Oh, shipmate Paula Jones has just got back from a week on Queen Mary 2. Fabulous. I was waving like a mad along with my flag. Also had to have air sea rescue as a passenger was taking it. Oh, and it's a bit dramatic when you get air sea rescue, isn't it? I've seen it once when I was on Norwegian Aqua. Hope you had a good cruise. I can't remember. I thought I heard ship horns. No, apparently I didn't. No, I'll keep my ears open. But anyway, here comes Majestic Princess onto our screens. Oh, I think I can hear the announcement on the funnel ferry. That's what I can hear. Yeah. I can hear the PA on the Riffle ferry. I thought, oh, that sounds a bit like a foghorn. Excellent. So, okay, I don't know where you've gone on Queen Mary 2. Or there Annette Johansson. Or there Blue Marble. And or there Kevin Slater. Lovely evening for a sailor. It really is the perfect evening for a sailor, isn't it?
Still waiting for the Britannia to call in for traffic clearance, but we'll keep you updated. Thank you.
Or there Catherine Alicia. And ahoy there, Irene Tissington. And ahoy there, Paula Jones.
Red Jet 6, shortly away from Town Quay.
Ahoy there, Lulu. And ahoy there, Pam Wolf. And ahoy there, Juan Neil Jr. I did see someone mention... oh, and ahoy there, Laura Bacon. Yeah, I must say it's quite warm in my cabin. I'm just looking at the thermometer. 26.2 in my cabin, so I'm very warm. Thanks, shipmate. Somebody did mention they thought perhaps they knew why the ship had been handicapped in its spots there. Hello there, Mark Dewey. And hello there, Elizabeth Leaborn. I think I've got everyone. I've missed you. Apologise. Oh, and hello there, UK Cool Guy. I think I've got everyone now. If I've missed you, apologise. It's a little bit whizzy-pasty on the chatty there. Yes, it's a lovely day for a sailaway here in port. We've got that real sort of Caribbean. There's no wind, I think, really helps. So even though it's not terribly warm, the sun is strong and the wind is warm. Hi there, shipmate Hazel Simmons says, why is there a oil tanker parked in the cruise ship berth? Oh, I can hear Hornish now. Yeah, unfortunately, I think my outside microphone is facing the wrong direction. It only faces basically one direction. I have to make a guess which direction would be more effective, and I've obviously picked the least effective direction this morning. Yeah, shipmate Hazel Simmons asking why there's a oil tanker at Mayflower Park there. Well, very good observation there, shipmate. It's not often we see an oil tanker there. Probably say once a year, something like that. It's there because it's essentially failed its nautical MOT. Needs some remedial work carrying out. I noticed earlier there was some scaffolding on top of the boat. Looks like they were doing something near the lifeboat. So I've seen these sort of things before, and then normally there's a whole list. It's like when you take your car over an MOT, you might get a couple of major fails and then a whole list of advisories. So while you're fixing the problem, they look after the advisories as well. A little bit more sophisticated than that, but think of it in that sort of line. So the Majestic Princess, she's off on a 12-day round trip. Now, I think if you book this cruise, it's like playing roulette, isn't it? A cruise around the UK in May. I mean, you could be asking. It's half term as well. Well, I suppose most children wouldn't be able to do the whole cruise, would they? Or would they? I don't know. But cruising around the UK in May, you would definitely be gambling, wouldn't it? Would it be good weather? Would it be bad weather? I think you have lucked out, frankly. You're going for a cruise around the UK with some fantastic views of the British Isles coast and the Irish coast. A little trip to France in, quite frankly, glorious weather. So this is a 12-day round trip to the British Isles, France and Belfast, calling in Falmouth first, and then Cork in the Republic of Ireland, Dublin in the Republic of Ireland, Liverpool back in the mainland, then over to Belfast in the Northern Ireland territory, then up to Glasgow, round to Invergordon, finally Edinburgh, before taking a cross-channel trip to Le Havre, and then back to the port of Southampton, and that is a 12-day round trip. Notice that the stay in Belfast is actually until 8 o'clock at night, so it would actually give you a decent amount of time to do a bit of sightseeing. Stunning conditions out there today, absolutely stunning. Some pricing here from all at Solent Voyages. Like I say, it's not quite the same cruise.
VTS, Majestic Princess, Pierhead Boy out.
Majestic Princess VTS, that's all copy, thank you. Red Osprey, just past Western Shelf, inward bound. She's aware of you, outward bound.
Copy, thank you.
Yeah, not quite the same itinerary, but similar. And that's from £1,500 for Ocean View. That's for March of 27. Plenty of shipmates up on board today. Can't say I'm surprised at this weather. How often you get to depart in such glorious weather here in port. There we go, look at them all up on the top deck. Having a jolly good time. I wonder if we can hear the music. I could definitely hear the music on the microphone. Let's have a little listen. No, it's a bit of traffic noise. Yeah, it's funny how the microphone picks up traffic noise but not the ship noise sometimes. Oh, I can hear the DJ winding up the crowd. This is a 12-day cruise around the UK. I think perfect weather for it, calling also at France. I haven't heard any passenger numbers yet. I did hear him say earlier they were to follow. I can definitely hear the music now. Let's try the microphone again. Why is there always a motorcycle every time I turn the microphone on? I need a microphone in a quieter location. I can vaguely hear it now. Majestic Princess, she's been in port before. We've seen her a few times. She's here all summer, plying her trade, basically doing quite a few of these cruises, British Isles. And the occasional variation of it, but essentially British Isles cruises. And it's also something like this, the Fire and Explorer cruise. If that should interest you, that's up to the fjords. Stavanger, Hogson, Skolden. A couple of days at sea, up to Reykjavik. 4 days at sea, then Halifax, Nova Scotia. Day at sea, New York. That's a transatlantic special. Very tempting with some of these. I know Paul keeps tempting me with them. That's 14 nights on board for $14.79 per person. And I've noticed there he says return flights approximately £275 to £300.
Britannia,
Britannia.
Yeah, singled up permission to slip after the Majestic Princess.
Britannia Victor, that's all copied, and traffic clearance is approved for your departure 1622, following the Majestic Princess. Thank you.
Oh, if you're in your pleasure boat today, look at that. You're going to take a slow, leisurely ride following the ship out. But that's not so bad, is it? What a great view you've got, unlike that naughty jet ski in the background there, speeding along. Now, why is it I always get caught for speeding and everyone else seems to get away with it? Look at that. He's even got all his canopy off. Now, that's a reasonable sized vessel, that. I'm guessing that might be a 38, 40 foot vessel. Looks absolutely minuscule in comparison to Majestic Princess. Next away is the Britannia. She's waiting for Majestic Princess to part. Looks like we've got one of the red funnel ferries sneaking in. It's all very busy out there today. It's just like it was on the roads when I was coming back on the Iron Horse. Bank holiday traffic. Bank holiday traffic seems to consist of two things. People not knowing where they're going and people breaking down. And I'm guessing there's a small faction of that which are people breaking down who don't know where they're going. Yes, that's the Fire and Ice one-way trip. So what you're looking at there, somewhere with a balcony, just over £2,000 for an unobstructed balcony, 14 nights one way. And that's for September this year. Very fun. I'll probably do a transatlantic. I'm not sure. I'll see how the timings work out. Oh yeah, this one looks really good. 15 nights, October. Yeah, that's probably better timing for me. The boat show's in September, and I rather enjoy the boat show. And this is a Caribbean transatlantic on Britannia. Though we haven't got to Britannia yet. We'll stick with this one. Oh, they're Pat Luckett's. The UK cool guy says 27 degrees in Luton. Well, that's getting warmer. Shipmate Ali Kuma says, am I coming to Cowes on my dinghy? We just arrived for a weekend of shit spotting. Fabulous views across the Solent. Certainly a shipmate. I wasn't planning on it. No, the pub crawl was already long enough without a little trip to...
Yes, Red Osprey.
With that little trip to Cowes.
Red Osprey,
VTS Red Osprey, yeah. Just to confirm, what's the sailing times for the Britannia, Queen Mary 2 and is it the Borealis?
Red Osprey VTS, Britannia just getting underway now from 46. She'll be following out the Majestic Princess. Queen Mary 2, she'll be clearing from 38.9 once Britannia is clear. And Borealis, she's got a departure time of 1800 over.
Oh, fantastic. All copied. Thank you. It's just in case we needed to adjust our loading times. That's brilliant. Thank you.
All copied. Thank you.
Yes, I could add in Cowes because there is a pub on the River Medina, the Folly, and that's got a little pontoon at the bottom.
BTS, Roger 7, passing northwest Netley. We're going outside the Reds and get a dockhead tide gate, please.
Red Jet 7 VTS, that's all copied. Thank you. Dockhead is 4.22. Just be aware of Britannia also getting underway from 46.
Yes, so it'll be a bit much. I'm already struggling to fit it in one day as it is. Oh, I hear some hornage though. Somebody's making a horn. I wonder if that's Britannia.
Red Eagle VTS bar.
Oh, well, so you 50-50 which direction to point the microphone, and looks like... Yeah, sort of 50-50 which way to point the microphone. I think that was the right direction today for a change. Oh, that's good. They had a little bit of a horn exchange there, but an unexpected added Queen Mary 2 at the end. She sounded very deep there, didn't she? Couldn't really hear her very well. Majestic Princess, though. Princess horns always tend to be very, very punchy. They're all sharp sound. Excellent. Well, that's good. It's been a while since we've had a good exchange of horns. And, oh, with that, Queen Mary 2... Britannia is actually moving. So really was keen to go, wasn't she, Queen Mary 2? Britannia. All we need now is a bit of shield wall action. There we go. There's the Queen. Oh, I can't. Britannia. Yeah, ignore it. If I get the names of the ships wrong, I know. Just please ignore me. Oh, no, that we've got pigeon problems again. I thought I had some anti-pigeon technology at cruise camp. Little devils. Oh, excellent. Shipmate Spike says we did a bridge tour last week on Marella Discovery 2. I asked where the horn button is, and they have 4 positions with the horn buttons, but wouldn't let us press any of them. What a bunch of spoil sports. That's what I've got to say about that. How annoying. So this is a good little shot here on box cam.
BTS, Majestic Princess, Western Shelford.
Majestic Princess VTS, that's all. Copy, thank you.
We have the Majestic Princess on the right, the Britannia on the left, and looking straight out at us, Queen Mary 2. The Britannia is off on a 7-day round trip to the fields, calling at Stavanger in Norway, Olden in Norway, Ulster in Norway, and Haugesund in Norway. And I suspect the weather will be absolutely fantastic. Light till late at night, warm. I want to be warm enough to be out on your balcony until late. I took a tour on the Red Falcon behind the scenes tour last week. I've been editing up that video. It's looking good. It's a really interesting tour. I totally forgot to ask where the horn button was on the bridge. That's silly of me. Anyway, there's a sample cruise there on Britannia Transatlantic. That's probably, I might be tempted to do that myself. And that's from 11. Might see if I can go full budget style. Recludes a return flight and overnight in Bridgetown, Barbados. I might have to do that. Only thing is, I'd have to get Wi-Fi, wouldn't I, so that I could blog every day.
BTS, Majestic Princess. We've got figures if you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready, Majestic Princess.
Majestic Princess VTS, that's all copied and ready to go.
Yeah. BTS, Majestic Princess, passengers 3491, crew 1318, for a total of 4809.
Majestic Princess VTS, that's all copied and confirmed. Passengers 3491, crew 1318, makes a total of 4809 over.
Yeah, that's great, thank you.
All copied, thank you.
There we go. That's the figures for Majestic Princess as she just passes dock head and heads on her way out. She called in with 3,491 passengers. That's essentially 70 under maximum double occupancy and a crew of 1381, which is about 30 over. So pretty much a full ship. We're just constantly seeing full ships at the moment. I don't think we've seen any ship leave with any serious under maximum occupancy. Hang on, what's going on here? Oh, I do this. Too many cameras on the go here, shipmates. I'm not quite sure. There we go. Well, that's what I was after. Let's try to do that. I mean, it's a bit like Mission Control, but is Mission Control made by kindergarten children? No flags on Britannia. Slightly disappointing. We had a great outing of flags last week. And his shipmates on the balcony, though, enjoying this super fine weather. So yes, here's another cruise on Britannia, if you so wish. This is for August of this year, 26. It's the 28th of August, 2026. 14 nights for 1559. Where's this calling in? Oh, Kiel in Germany. Oh, that's slightly unusual. Then, Tallinn, Estonia. Then Helsinki in Finland. Stockholm in Sweden, overnighting. Copenhagen, Skagen. And then back to Port Southern. Do you call that Northern Europe or is that the Baltic states? Don't know. Oh, there we go. There's the Britannia slipping out. Queen Mary 2. I think Queen Mary 2 is pretty much going to let go as soon as Britannia's gone past. Queen Mary 2 is due at 4:30 as well. And then we'll have a bit of a delay until Borealis. And then I would imagine it's all time to go out. And actually, that's a good point. What does one call a galley that's outside? I'm thinking of the barbecue. That's what I'm thinking of. It definitely feels like barbecue weather to me. Outside galley. Perhaps some suggestions in the chat if anyone's got an idea. With the shipmate 1-0 Junior.
AI, Amsterdam VTS, good afternoon.
He says, my sister is on Virtuosa tomorrow. I've given her clear instructions to wave from the top deck. Excellent. Excellent, shipmates. If she's on Virtuosa, then I can't remember exactly what the ship looks like from at the top, near the chimney. I think there's a name at the top. Is there an MSC? Captain's memory's a bit flaky. But yes, it's somewhere on the top. And if she's coming, wait until she's past the Red Funnel ferry terminal, just as she's passing it, because the lighting condition makes it difficult to see. We're looking into the sun this time of year. Shipmate Ruth Dyson says, sailed the Caribbean on Britannia. What a ship. There we go. That might be the captain's October plan. I could send you a daily vlog of my adventures at sea. Britannia turning nice and quickly there to port. The only danger is if I am doing my dinghy pub crawl tomorrow, there is a chance I won't be back in time. In fact, I definitely won't be back in time because the tide has become an issue. Now, I hear you saying, why don't I do it another day? That is a very good question. What I really need, though, is I need very little wind. The dinghy, as soon as there's any sort of wind, it stirs up the water and makes waves. And the waves aren't particularly good for keeping speed up. The happy weather's bringing out the horns. And all the motorcycles, of course. I think that's it for the horns. Oh, excellent. Extra horns. Aren't we lucky? Wasn't expecting that. So it's really odd. I mean, sometimes you get even two sister ships from the same cruise line and nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then other times you get two random ships passing each other and it's like some sort of horn-off. Horn Wars or whatever it's like. Horn Wars sounds like the alternative version of Cornwall. Right. Someone did say something. What do you call... Apple says caboose is also... caboose. Caboose. Right. Yes, there we go. So I think today is definitely a caboose time, not a galley time. Shipmate, it says... it's Tootsie, says we are on Queen Mary 2 waving deck 11 starboard side. Well, I can't see deck 11 starboard side. And I probably won't until you've gone round dock head. But we'll keep a lookout for you, shipmates. Someone was asking about the group cruise. Sorry, I did see the question, and I was listening to the hornage, and then it's gone.
VTS Queen Mary 2.
Yes, we still have space.
Queen Mary 2 VTS, very good afternoon again.
Hello, signaling up now, so we're going to go in a couple of minutes once the zone is clear.
Queen Mary 2 VTS, that's all copied, and traffic clearance is approved for your departure 1640.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a small ship. I say small ship, it's quite a large ship, but by comparison, a small ship in front of Queen Mary 2, which means we can't quite see the lines. And that, I think that's the Blade Runner. No, it's the Eco Trinity.
Southampton VTS, Red Falcon, good afternoon. That is her wow, please.
She is a blade ship.
Red Falcon VTS, good afternoon to you. That's all copied, thank you.
She's carrying blades from the Isle of Wight, or from the dock here, for wind turbines. We haven't had numbers yet for Queen Mary for Britannia, unless I've missed it off. Excellent spanner, Monty. You've missed the passenger crew numbers for Britannia. Oh, if you did, so did I. You only hear, if you hear the radio, I hear the radio. If the radio's not, you just can't hear it, then I can't hear it either. Oh well, maybe somebody else, maybe one of the other spanners was listening. In fact, if you remember, you can wind back on the lights. It's a bit complicated now, don't worry about it. I suspect it's more or less full. That seems to be very much the flavour of the moment. Yeah, so the little ship here in front of Queen Mary 2 is carrying wind turbine blades. Now, Queen Mary 2 is due away very shortly, but if I'm not mistaken, it looks like the air bridge is still connected. Interesting. Well, there is a decent amount of smoke coming out of her chimney. Sort of suggests she's firing up the old engines.
With Challenger VTS, that's all copied, thank you.
See the crane there loading for the blades, loading the blades on the back of the Eco Trinity.
BTS, Redjet 7, shortly departing Town Quay.
Redjet 7 VTS, that's all copied, thank you. Just be aware, Queen Mary 2 just been given traffic clearance to depart from 38.9. Britannia is Western Shelf outward bound, and Majestic Princess, she's at the Cadland outward bound.
That has copied.
Yeah, Majestic Princess is making good progress. There she is, all the way down there, nipping down south of the water. Oh, there's shipmate Michael Owen. Many thanks for subscribing, shipmates. Oh, that water's looking lovely. It's just the sort of water I need for my pub crawl. Oh, that looks like a bit close there. Looks like a chap there. Sat in his deck, with a fishing rod in hand, and his little pooch next to him as well. In the sun. I'm assuming he's got rum-based cocktail to his left-hand side. If he has, he's leading the life of Riley. It's Majestic Princess heading down Southampton water.
Cyan Molo VTS.
Yeah, I believe there are some opportunities on the Queen Mary 2 group cruise. I don't think not sure if I've booked it or not yet.
Cyan Molo VTS, that's all copy, thank you. No immediate outbound traffic for you. The Ocean Venture just past the Prince Consort outward bound. And I've got the Wick Challenger at the fort, should be outward bound north and east of the town.
Oh, excellent. Shipmate Carries has numbers for Britannia. Oh, good. Well done. I knew one of my excellent spanners would be on the ball. Of course, I'm playing the fact that
Wick Champion VT.
I wasn't listening to the radio. There we go. So, Britannia. She's heading off to a 7-day trip to the fields. This is not Britannia. This is...
Wick Champion VTS. That is all copy, thank you, and we'll speak to you later.
That is Majestic Princess. That's where is Britannia. I think she's somewhere in the middle. Oh yeah, she's heading into my zone of maximum reflection off the water. Yep, there's Britannia. So, as excellent spanner Karis puts it, 4,159 passengers. So that's actually in excess of double occupancy, and halfway between maximum double occupancy and maximum occupancy, with a complement of 13,5067 crew, which is about right. And of course, because this is a 7-day round trip, I'm guessing there is likely to be children on board because it is half term, and what a fantastic half term break they've chosen. One of the boats there moored up at the Netley Cliff Sailing Club. Oh, I think I see the air bridges down. Those air bridges really are up until the last minute, aren't they? Yep, air bridges down. Unfortunately, I can't see a great deal due to that other ship being there, the Eco Trinity. We can't quite see the lines. Oh, we can see the shipmate there on the wing bridge. Oh, hang on, no, we can. We can see. No, what am I saying? Yeah, we can just about see. Oh, they might be on the ship.
Red 6 VTS, that's all copy, thank you. The Majestic Princess approaching SO outward bound clear channel. She's followed by the Britannia running down to Lanes Lake outward bound, and Queen Mary 2 just getting underway from third deck.
I was talking to our shipmate Michael White, who's from Bangkok. He's actually in the UK at the moment. He's in port. In fact, he's been down to Cowshot Beach to visit his beach hut, which I would imagine he's had a jolly nice day down there. He was hoping to watch the Southampton football match of the weekend. Alas, it won't be happening. And what did we get for Queen Mary 2 with our group cruise? Well, I don't even know where Queen Mary 2 is off to today. Well, this is the trouble arriving back into my cabin. I thought I left him plenty of time as well, but there was a car that had broken down on our roundabout, and everyone had just driven into the roundabout and stopped. And eventually the tow truck had turned up to tow it away, but in the meantime it caused massive backlogs. But like I say, luckily on the Iron Horse I could slip past it all. Shipmate Spike says hardly any kids on our cruise last week, just small ones in pushchairs. I don't know if the half term's the same all the way around the UK. It might be. It's one of those things I don't always follow. Sometimes Scottish people have it at a different time, or people from the Midlands or something. All a bit confusing. Queen Mary 2, right? Where's Queen Mary 2 off to? She's doing one of two things. It's either a 7-day one-way trip to New York or a 14-day round trip to New York.
Southampton VTS, CGS Ventus.
DGS.
Which the 14-day round trip seems to cost a great deal more than the 7-day one-way trip.
DGS Ventus VTS, that is all copied, sir. Thank you.
Shipmate Blue Marble says we are booked on one of the Queen Mary 2 four Queen's voyages to Liverpool in May 2028. Well, I tried to get on the Queen Elizabeth one for that, and I failed. Apparently, it was all full. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not sure. I might have a look at some of the other ones, but I don't really want to. I wanted to. That Queen Elizabeth seemed to be the most suitable, because that would be a ship that I haven't been on, and at least from Southampton back to Southampton, and it's not too long. So it's looking very tempting. I'm going to have to drive up to Liverpool and find somewhere to broadcast from, probably. Anyway, so this is just a transatlantic, but yeah, looking at the information I have here, it looks like the trip from Southampton to New York starts at about £800 for a 7-day one-way. But if you want to turn that into a return, it's more like 2,200. So it's more than double. Obviously more expensive to come back to England. Shipmate Andy Harris says, question for the Queen Mary 2 buffs. We need Simon. We need Simon to answer this one. He's our local Cunard expert. I was on her this week and noticed there was a set of Azipod controls just sitting in the middle of the crew passageway that runs the length of the ship. What are they for? Well, I've not been on board, shipmate, so I don't know. Maybe our shipmate Simon could answer that question. Seems like a rather careless place to leave Azipod controls. I'm assuming they weren't connected, or were they? Shipmate James Dawson says, I managed to get on the Queen Elizabeth for that, thanks to Port Love Cruise. I'll take a webcam with me. Oh, yes, please. That would be great. If there are any shipmates are on board, that would be fantastic. Shipmate Simon Dawes just arrived home. Excellent, Simon. We have a question for you. One of our shipmates was asking, he was on Queen Mary 2 the other week and noticed a set of Azipod controls just sitting in the middle of the crew passageway that runs the length of the ship. What are they for? Question. Oh, he says, I have no idea. I've never seen that. Oh, well, I'm blown away, except cruise mate Simon Doyle normally knows everything. Never mind. It was good to ask the question. Queen Mary 2 on the move. No, still like she's tied up to me. Shipmate Lynn tried to get on the Queen Elizabeth for the Four Queens, but the site crashed twice at the point of payment, so we swapped to do the Queen Mary from New York. I did look at doing the Queen Mary 2 from New York. I did think about that as well. Shipmate Simon Doyle's on the Queen Anne for the Four Queens, thanks to Paul.
VTS.
Now, this is an unusual sight here in the port of Southampton. It is a bit of heat haze from Cowshot Beach. In fact, I can see what it looks like. Is there people on the beach? Maybe. A few people on the beach. Quite choppy out there in the Solent. This is not what I want for my crossing, my pub crawl. That is definitely not the weather I want. So I'm hoping the weather is not quite as windy tomorrow. It's supposed to be. It's forecast to be less windy tomorrow. Today's forecast, even today though, it's only forecasting 8 miles an hour wind, yet we are getting gusts in the 10 knot range, which is more like 12, 14 miles an hour. It's always a lot windier in reality than it ever is when they forecast it. Shipmates Ender says, always found it odd how the bow of the Queen Mary 2 has anti-foul higher up, or is it just less drafty at the bow currently? Good question, shipmate. I've noticed that. I'm not sure of the reason. Oh, it looks like the lines are in now. It's difficult to see that. Yeah, I would say all lines are in. Yes, so the shipmate's talking about, you can see the red on the bottom of the hull of the Queen Mary 2. That's the sort of anti-foul, stops the barnacles and seaweed growing to your hull and slowing you down. And the shipmate makes a good point. That it does actually go up a little bit higher towards the point. I don't know why. I wonder if it's because when she's under speed, she will actually create a bow wave on her hull, and that stops anything growing. It looks a bit mucky on there, a bit fouly. More haulage there, I think, from Queen Mary 2. I'm not sure, but haulage anyway. What a glorious transatlantic. I should be...
BTS Red Osprey shortly departing. Royal Biff Cows, please.
Red Osprey BTS, that's all copied and cleared to proceed. Just be aware, Queen Mary 2 shortly underway from 38 9 berth. Got Britannia approaching SO outward bound and Majestic Princess at the Hawk outward bound, all clear.
All copy, thank you. And can I have a dockhead tide gauge reading, please?
Red Ops Bay VTS dockhead is 4 decimals.
Thank you very much.
The shipmates. I can't remember which shipmate it was. Shipmate reminds me to check on the wind for different voyages. I'm just checking the wind on the map, and Queen Mary 2 is going transatlantic, and it's looking a little breezy here. It's not right in the middle here. I don't think Queen Mary 2 will be going that high. She'll probably try and go below that to try and avoid. Trying to avoid that wind, or that might be moving north. I'm not sure. If that is moving north, she might just skirt around the bottom of it. Might just miss it. But yes, that's a bit windy out there. Otherwise, generally, sea state is very calm, very gentle indeed. In fact, I've just noticed here, this colour here is basically zero wind. So there's a zero wind here in the channel. So if you wanted to go across to the Channel Islands on your small pleasure craft, that might be the day to do it. Oh, apparently update on those Azipod controls might be for display purposes only. There we go. Reading back through the chat. Queen Mary 2 going to reverse around the dockhead before she heads transatlantic. So what else is he up to then? What else is on her agenda? Let's get some more. Spain, Portugal, Africa. Yeah, she's transatlanticing. And then she's doing a little bit of Northern Europe. Transatlantic. Oh, it's got a little 2-day round trip to the Jurassic Coast. A bit random. I think Slice read somewhere saying that she's off for a refit. They're normally followed by a 2-day cruise. Well, here's one for February of next year, when you fancy a bit of winter sun. Down to Spain, Portugal, North Africa. Overnighting in Funchal. And overnighting in Cape Verde, or Cape Verde, or Cabo Verde, depending on which department from the BBC pronunciation department you have. Get the itching cam pointing in the right place. Getting the lovely shape of the
VTS Seahorse breaking away from 49 bound March of Wharf.
There goes the lovely stern.
Seahorse VTS, all copy, thank you.
I see there's a discussion there about her Azipods. I know she had some problems with Azipods last year. I'm trying to work out what the discussion's going. Someone's saying they might be replaced. Shipmate Ryan Hughes says might be replaced. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. I think she had a tug a couple of times last year. She was in port, but I haven't seen the tug since. So, unlike some of the older ships, the Queen Mary 2 has azipods. Now the electric motor itself is in a pod in the water with a propeller stock on the front of it. It's very efficient, makes for a great design and good control or manoeuvrability. And that apparently has led to a few problems. But a lot of ships have them these days.
BTS Jet 6, pushing hardline,
Majestic VTS, very good evening to you. Suresh, that is all copied and cleared to proceed with caution for the Queen Mary 2 there, outward bound. Dockhead gauge is 4.27. And just for information, Red Osprey departed from Royal Pier.
That's all copied, Chris. Many thanks. Good afternoon, and we'll be outside the rates.
It's all received. Thank you.
Ship is asking, is she missing a tender lifeboat? Could be missing a lifeboat. They often drop them off and they go over to just to the right of our screen. I've seen them over in Hamble. They service the lifeboats up. There's Majestic Princess just turning around Cowshot Spit. Great views, as you can see, fairly busy out there on the water today. Hardly surprising for the bank holiday weekend with great weather. All the craft will be out. Sailing craft, powerboat craft, and of course cruise ships. Visibility not as good as it could be, though. Oh, James Dawson team. James Dawson seems to have his finger on the pulse when it comes to Queen Mary 2. He says one of her azipods is completely failed. They are being replaced when she goes in for her half-life refit next year, as well as being completely re-engineered with new diesels and turbines. Gosh. Half-life, yes. Well, of course. That's Queen Mary 2 is, how old is she? 20 years old, is she? Should know these things, no. 22 years old. That's Queen Mary 2, 22 years old, so it's a pretty decent half-life. I wonder how long she'll remain in the Cunard fleet for. A little jet ski there whizzing around. That's 6 knot speed limit area there. Shepherd Boyle says that Queen Mary 2's refit March next year to early May. Well, that's going to be a decent size of refit then. Potentially a half-life refit, as one of our other shipmates has suggested. Paul's got the information. They're adding 17 new suites to Queen Mary 2. One of them into the bookshop, and 16 onto the current sun deck.
Some all over just that's all copied, thank you.
I see there's space on top. I think I can see where you might be suggesting they go. Oh, I think if you're sitting on the sun deck, guessing there's a bit of a gap there, isn't there, in between the golf balls. I suppose that would cause any problem if there was another deck up there. Make the restaurant and buffet a bit busier, though. Plenty of shipmates up on top deck enjoying this great sail away. Great weather. And gosh, it's only 5:10. It's unusual, isn't it? Be 3 ships into a broadcast. Still around 20 centigrade. A little bit of a breeze.
Britannia VTS, that's all received, thank you.
Now, they'll go back to the kennels. Yeah, I have seen the photographs online. There's a fire hydrant and an English lamppost for on-board doggies to have somewhere to practice their trade. Even if she has one broken azipod, she's still making good speed and looks like she handles really well. Yeah, it looks like extending deck 13 backwards. Which one is that, I wonder?
Survey Blue VTS, good afternoon. Solent 2 VTS, yes, affirmative. She is swinging south of Dockhead and then proceeding outward bound over. Solent 2 VTS, yes, affirmative. Just hold your position and wait for the Queen Mary 2 to pass you before proceeding over.
Paul from Solent Ships Voyages. Oh yes, James Dawson's very much into Cunard and all things maritime history. He may even know more than Simon Doyle. Well, now that's certainly getting out there. Yes, no, I've seen James Dawson's. Always has some good information. That's what I like about this YouTube channel. There's always somebody on here that knows more than you do, more than I do. I mean. Oh, excellent. Spanner Carris asks a good question. Do non-animal friendly cruises have to allow guide dogs? Very good question. Perhaps Paul from Solent Ships Voyages can answer that question. Getting a beautiful shot here of the beautiful stern of Queen Mary 2. See if I dare to operate itching cam. Biggest problem with itching cam is at some point they upgrade. Oh, no. They upgraded their broadband. Oh, we can see the bow thruster working. Wasn't quite my intention. They upgraded their broadband. Oh, it's not too bad. And the new provider was slower than the old provider, and it's making it. It's like operating a web browser by semaphore. You send a message, and then 5 or 10 seconds later you get a reply. It does make controlling it rather tricky. Apparently Queen Mary 2's off to Hamburg, according to James Dawson. Oh, should be on Hamburg Hafen Live. Patrick could be live streaming her.
VTS, ready to go. That's Northwest Netley inbound. I'm going to switch over to outside the Reds and stay outside the Reds for the Queen Mary 2.
Ready, go VTS, that's all copied, sir, thank you. Dockhead gauge is 4.28.
428, thank you.
Ooh. Certainly a quick look on cruise cam. Well, I haven't actually looked at this on this view. And gosh, look at that haze over in the Solent. Oh, yeah, I can see why visibility's poor. All the shipmates on the stern there, around the pool. Great view of Southampton in their view, coming into their view. Shipmate Moto Chris says, oh, you watched Queen Mary 2 this morning coming in past Cowes Cam at 10 past 5. Sunrise was absolutely incredible. It's probably worth rewinding to have a look. There we go. It's a good tip there. This time of year, we do get some fantastic sunrise arrivals. Some of the best I've seen are when they come into the ocean terminal. It's like typically Iona comes into the ocean terminal and then swings and reverses in. No, does she swing? No, she doesn't swing. She drives in, but as she turns into the ocean terminal, at some point she reflects the rising sun, and the whole right side of the ship just flashes orange for a brief second. It's quite impressive. Next away at 6 o'clock is the Borealis. I've not heard the Borealis on the radio. I'm assuming 6 o'clock is go. There's the Majestic Princess, just about to pass Cowes Cam on the Isle of Wight. Britannia just getting close to Cashot Spit.
VTS, Queen Mary 2, across the shelf now, got some numbers.
Queen Mary 2, VTS, that's all copied and, yeah, ready to go.
Okay, guests 2457, crew 1256. +1.
Queen Mary 2, VTS, apologies, that was quite distorted. Can you just say again, over?
Yeah, guests 2457, crew 1256 +1.
Queen Mary 2, VTS, that's all copied now and confirmed. Guest 2457, crew 1656, flush yourself, over.
Crew 1256.
1256, all received, thank you.
VTS Red Jet 6. Good afternoon. Shortly clearing Town Quay.
Red Jet 6 VTS, afternoon again to Suresh, that's all copy, thank you. Got the Red Eagle there, passing the Ocean Dock, inward bound. Queen Mary 2, Western Shelf, outward bound. Britannia is now at the Bourne Gap, outward bound.
That's all copied, Chris. Many thanks.
Red Jet 7 VTS, that's all copy, thank you. Further traffic for you, Queen Mary 2, Western Shelf out.
Southampton VTS, City of Chichester, good evening.
City of Chichester, VTS.
Southampton VTS, City of Chichester. That's us 30 minutes notice for departure. Will be outbound to the west. Return to Southampton on completion. Masters PEC number 1176. Maximum draft 2.9 and 11 persons on board.
The City of Chichester, VTS. That is all copied. Thank you. Mexico Innovation VTS, good evening. Mexico Innovation VTS, that's all copied, thank you. GSL Maria VTS, very good evening.
Evening to you, just going to stations here, STT1. 10.4, outward bound for Antwerp, 21 plus myself on board.
GSL Maria VTS, that is all copied, thank you.
Is that my tugs on 203?
Yeah, affirmative, looks like they're on the way to you now.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, VTS Fairway, yeah, confirm, we're on our way now.
Okay, VTS, all copied, thank you.
Southampton VTS, Samaro, setting to
San Malo VTS, that's all copied, thank you. Good afternoon to you, and we'll speak to you later.
Southampton VTS, this is passenger vessel Borealis on channel 12, over.
Borealis VTS, good afternoon.
Southampton VTS, Borealis, a very good afternoon to you, sir. Just to inform you, at 1730, 30 minutes notice for departure.
Borealis VTS, that is all copied, and I can confirm departure time of 1800.
Yes, departure time of 1800. Thank you very much, sir.
VTS, Eleanor.
Eleanor VTS.
Afternoon, that's us away from 203 up to SCT1 for the GSL Maria.
Eleanor VTS, that's all copied, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Nicholas. Oh, it looks like I left the microphone on. I did a couple of sneezes and I managed to catch the mute button. Oh, I've got to unmute.
Ocean Venture VTS, that's all copied, Barbara, thank you. I've got the AI Avastec and Britannia Beaver currently working southeast of the tower. No reported inbound traffic for you.
There was time a while ago when I sneezed and didn't get to the mute button in time and made someone's dog jump. I don't remember whose dog it was. It was a powerful sneeze. Right, that's where the Borealis is coming from that direction.
That's right, if I can.
Red Osprey VTS, all copied, thank you.
Queen Mary 2 is now visible on cruise cam, heading down Southampton water. Oi there, Johnny B. Welcome aboard. Just noticed it's got rather warm night cam. It's now over 27 degrees.
Red Jet 7, Red Osprey.
Osprey 7 replying, 20. Over again.
we're contact over. Cheers for the call.
Well, the shipmate Georgina Stevenson from Hereford. I wonder what the weather's like in Hereford. Had some reports of people saying it was, someone said it was 27 centigrade wherever they were. I can't remember where they said that was. Luton or somewhere north of where we are. Oh, we're north of Port of Southampton. Currently 20.5. I think it's getting warmer. It seems odd. There's Britannia. She's heading off to the fields. Queen Mary 2 is going transatlantic. And the captain's going to the Dancing Man later. In fact, I've got some very careful dinghy pub crawl planning to do. Not sure quite what to do, if I'm honest. Tomorrow's weather conditions are ideal. And ideal weather conditions are the problem with the dinghy pub crawl. It needs to be virtually no wind, otherwise the dinghy doesn't go fast enough to warrant. Oh, come on, camera, stay with me. Yeah, there we go.
Red Falcon VTS, that's all cockpit and clear to proceed.
So I need good weather, no wind for the dinghy. I'm not too worried about getting wet if it's windy or anything like that. That's not too much of an issue. I don't need it to be sunny. Obviously, these are benefits, but wind will just slow me down. I did some propeller testing last weekend, which I'll make a little film of that for you. It's quite interesting. With my small engine and the right prop, I managed to get 15 knots out of the dinghy, which is great. But if the water's rough, it will take me down to 5 knots, which means I'm basically going a third of the speed. So some of the legs going at 15 knots will take me probably about an hour. So if I'm down to 3 knots, 5 knots, it'll take a lot longer. If you want to go on Queen Mary 2 and you've never been before, long and join us. I've never been on Queen Mary 2 before. Be a perfect opportunity for you. We can both be rejected from certain areas of the ships, but that's okay. We'll be all shipmates together. I will arrange the usual activities on board. I'll be around in the evenings before we eat. And I think we've got a sea day. And for that, in the afternoon, I will have a pub quiz. Update of the last pub quiz, which I think was quite successful. And I was very impressed by the shipmates' knowledge. Yeah, so I have to do a bit of dinghy pub crawl planning this evening. It all hinges on the opening times, really. Now, the only thing that's not good about tomorrow is the tide times. They're not terrible, but they're not ideal. They're sort of somewhere in between. Ideally, it would have been high tide earlier in the day, and then I would have managed to get up the rivers. But the problem is the pubs that are open earliest are also the most idle.
Which Challenger VTS, that's all copy. Thank you. Very good afternoon to you. Have a good watch and a safe passage. We'll speak to you on your return.
Could be the light. James Dawson. What's he spotted? Something to do with the ensign flying. Oh, so I can try and zoom in. See if we can see anything. Could be another... looks like some gaps there. I think, is that what you're talking about, perhaps? Looks like there's some ventilation. It looks like the mast where the ensigns are flying. So, it has some ventilation on top of it. Yeah, so my point being that I might have to forego a trip to Dancing Man to plan a trip. Make sure I can make my dinghy pub crawl work. So for such a simple activity, it's turning into, oh gosh, this is nearly camp's not behaving very well. There we go. For such a simple activity, it's turning into quite the passage plan. As any good sailor will tell you, or a good journey starts with a good passage plan. I'm just noticing that I think that's Britannia. Is that Britannia? Yeah, I think it is. Look at that, barely visible in that haze down there. Still quite a few yachts whizzing around. Lovely weather for it.
VTS, Red Jet 7 past Northwest Netley, permission to speed, please.
Red Jet 7 VTS, that's all copied and cleared to proceed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shipmate James Dawson's the vents for the air conditioning units. I think he was just seeing something. Probably the image from the camera is not desperately clear. It's not always as easy to see what things are. Might just be the light as well. Sometimes if the light is particularly bright or dark, the camera doesn't always reflect perfect clarity. Well, I must say, I might have to visit the galley myself before Borealis to top up on some refreshing cold water. But yes, there we go. Our group crew is still booking. We have still some slots available. I need to book mine. I decided I'm going to go for a balcony because it wasn't that much more expensive. And then I know what the problem was. I hadn't decided which package to go to. Because obviously I can, mainly for the Wi-Fi, if I'm honest, but I can get Wi-Fi in Le Havre. Day at sea, but I won't be getting any Wi-Fi. Zeebrugge, no problem. Rotterdam's overnight, no problem. Day at sea again, that might be an issue. Although that's 2 days at sea, so what am I going to do with 2 days at sea? We can't do the pub quiz twice.
Britannia, Majestic Princess.
Wow, we're hooking up Majestic Princess. She's out by the forts. Yeah, she's right out by the forts. That's quite impressive.
Britannia, Majestic Princess.
Go ahead, Noel.
Yeah, hi Neil. Changing engine configurations on here over the next 5-10 minutes or so. You'll see the speed drop. Not too much, by about 2 knots overall.
Dropping the speed by 2 knots. Okay.
Thank you.
Have a look over on the Isle of Wight. We can see the Majestic Princess there over on right while the hovercraft's coming in. I just heard there on the radio, he says they were doing something with the engine, swapping the engines over or something, and the speed's going to drop by a couple of knots, just letting know that the following Britannia not to get too close or suddenly realise she's gaining. They normally depart at the same sort of speed, so they'll, especially when they're quite close together.
BTS, GSL Maria.
GSL Maria, BTS.
Yeah, singling up as I speak, and breaking away in due course.
GSL Maria, BTS, that's all. Copy, thank you. And clear to proceed at 1744.
Right.
A very, very faint. I'm assuming that is Britannia. Yes, I think the funnel's going to be Britannia. Yep, says Majestic Princess, just doing something with her engines. I don't know quite what she's doing with her engines, but something. Yes, that's a good question. So we've got a day at sea where we can have the pub quiz. What do we do at the second day? Second day at sea. Can't do a second pub quiz. Any ideas, shipmates? What would you fancy doing on the second sea day on our group cruise? Actually, I'll ask Paul. I wonder if,
BTS, Borealis.
wonder if we can get a crew member to come and talk to us.
Borealis, BTS, very good evening to you.
BTS, Borealis, yeah, good evening. Vector stations, Stubbside 2, 102. We'll be swinging bow to port in the middle screen ground, outbound via the main channel to Honfleur, France. No reported defects. Maximum draft is 8.46, and I have the figures when you're ready.
Borealis, BTS, that's all copied, and yeah, confirmed, ready to go for figures.
Okay, figures 1767 plus 1 total. Pax 1153. Crew 614. And requesting permission to depart shortly.
Borealis, BTS, that's all copied and just confirmed. Total is 1761 plus yourself. That's Pax 1153 and crew 614. Traffic clearance is approved for your departure at 1746. Just be aware the GSL Maria, she's also had traffic clearance to depart from SCT1 outward bound.
That's copied. We should be good to go very soon. Yeah, and the total was 1767 plus 1.
1767, yeah, my apologies.
Thank you.
That's some numbers for Fred Olsen Borealis, and looks like she's probably going to be very much dead on 6 o'clock. And she's called in with 1,153 passengers on board, so she's a couple of hundred short. And 1,614 crew. That's one less than full complement of crew. That's surprising that there's a couple hundred short on the passengers there. Right, so let's have a look. I did ask about the group karaoke. Says Keris, group karaoke. I might have to put some options together and see what people feel. Group karaoke. Shipmate Emma Watson, scavenger hunt. Oh, scavenger hunt. I could. Yeah, I don't know. I could do something, couldn't I? I don't quite know how you do a scavenger hunt. That's a good idea.
AI upset feature.
Nautical charade, says Caroline Andy. Oh, we could have some sort of quiz, couldn't we?
AI upset VTS, that's all. Copy, thank you.
Not a pub quiz, but I wonder if I could get some sort of quiz. Everyone. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about that. Shipmate James Dawson says yes. Oh, yes, talking about the 3 hovercrafts. Yes. They are talking, they're going to start.
BTS, Queen Mary 2, approaching the hook outbound main channel to the east.
That's all. Copy, thank you. Red Falcon outside the channel, approaching the Bourne Gap in. We're bound.
Yeah, see you there. Thank you.
There's a couple of dates in June where the hovercraft is going to depart from the Hovercraft Museum on Leon the Solent over to Ryde. And they're going to try that out for a little while and see how that goes. And if that proves popular, there is some talk of maybe introducing a service. So yes, you are correct, James Dawson. You're very well informed. I was thinking about going down and having a little go on it, actually, seeing what it's like. Of course, the great thing about going down to Ryde is you get to go on some trains afterwards. Excellent. Spanner Kerry says, game of capture the nautical flag. I'll have to see. I did ask, did Paul from Love Cruise, did he reply? I did ask, we were trying to get someone from the crew down to give us a talk. I don't know if Paul was able to. I don't think he replied. Oh, here he is. He's requested a visit from a senior crew member. There we go. So we can maybe do that one day with. I might do a. Might have to do some sort of group game somehow. Anyway, I shall. It's all group karaoke if that's what people want to do. Of course. Of course, I forgot. It is December, isn't it? So we could sing the Solent Ships Christmas song for the year and record it live on board. Of course, yeah. All I need to do is get a large screen with the bouncing ball, karaoke style, so that we can all sing along to the music. Also need to come up with the Christmas song. I had some great suggestions last time for the Christmas song. Let's have a look. What were they? Christmas song. Where did I put that? Oh yes, great suggestions. I saw 3 ships come sailing by. Away in a cruise ship, jingle horns. Once in a Southampton city. Sailing in a cruise ship wonderland. Away in a hammock, no room for a bed. The Solent Ship's captain lay down his head. That's particularly good, that one. We wish you a Merry Shipmas. Oh, I'm leaving on a Yuletide. Sailing for home for Christmas by Chris Rea. deck the galley with rum-based cocktails. Oh, I wish I could be cruising every day where the rum blows free as the big ship gently sways. Might have to practice that one, but there's some great lyrics out there, so we will. I'll try and at some point we'll finalise that, and actually that might be something to do for our other sea day. Can include that in the group cruise choir, as UK cool guy Pete says. Oh, there's been some hover info, is there?
He's a bit oblivious that you're actually there.
Yes, I'll definitely need to sort out. Paul looks like he's going to get the musical director of the ship on the case. That'd be great. Some musical talents. I wonder if we could get some singers, some actual singers on the ship to join in. They must have some singers on board. That would be helpful. Some real singers to drown out my dreadful gargling. Well, yeah, I think that's the plan now. Then we'll have one day will be the group quiz when we're at sea. One day will be the Christmas song, and we'll also ship's senior officer giving us a bit of a chat at some point.
Majestic Princess VTS, that's all. Copy, thank you. I've got no reported inbound traffic. The AI Abbaset and Britannia Beaver currently working south-east of the tower. 7 minutes ago, innovation. She's proceeding from east to west to work down back 340.
Yeah, it's quite poor visibility this evening. Even just turning around cow shot spit there, looking quite hazy. Well, shipmate GM Bayliss says, just booked the group cruise on Queen Mary 2 December, though didn't realise at the time of booking. Looking forward to seeing you all. Oh, are you booked? Oh, you booked the group cruise without booking the group cruise? Oh, well, I'm sure we can find space for you on board, shipmate. You'll have to join us in the choir. Oh, shipmate Blue Marbles booked the Queen Mary 2 from the US. Oh, well, that's right. He's sailing over from New York first, joined the group cruise, and then sailing back to New York. 21 nights on Queen Mary 2 in total. Fantastic. Oh, so it's the group cruise. The group cruise is bookended by transatlantic.
Majestic VTS, that's all. Copy, thank you. Queen Mary 2 is on the Cowshot turn, outward bound, clear channel.
That's quite an impressive way to arrive on the group cruise, being already on board. The question is, are you having the same cabin the entire time? If so, that's fantastic. I know our cruise mate Simon Doyle, I think he's got the same cabin afterwards. Yeah, there you go. He's on the way back to New York with you. I think he's got the same cabin as well. Do you have the same cabin, Simon? Great shot here, looking down the bow of Queen Mary 2. Compared to the other cruise ships, you might notice she looks a bit taller and a bit thinner, and a much higher waistline, so to speak, being transatlantic. liner. She's designed for rough seas. Shipmate Blue Marble,
Red Jet 7, BTS, that's all copy, thank you. Queen Mary,
who has booked the transatlantic group cruise and then transatlantic back, says yes, same cabin the entire time. Oh, that's fantastic. Well done. Now that's the way to do it. Did I see someone else? I should make Shepherd Book said.
Queen Mary 2, Cal Shopton, outward bound, clear channel.
Thank you very much.
She made Shepherd Book. We'd love to go on the group cruise. Sadly, though, he's got a trip in October, a cruise in November, a long flight, a group cruise in December. Short win lottery, too much for me. Yes, it's a bit of annoying because our shipmate Shepherd Book's based over in Texas, so it's a bit of a long way for our shipmate. Maybe I'll have to do a group cruise in the States. Where would I do a group cruise in the States? Probably Florida.
Britannia VTS, that is all copied, thank you. AI Avocet, Britannia Beaver working south-east of the tower. 10 Mexico Innovation, she's transiting from east to west, and she's going to be working 340.
There's the Britannia out by the forts, picking her up on the radio this evening. Radio is working well. And shipmate Simon Dorr, he also has the same cabin. Oh, you've done well, shipmates, you've done well. What is
VTS, GSL, VTS, Borealis will be waiting for the GSL Maria to pass, then we'll be underway.
Borealis VTS, that's all copied, thank you.
And a slight delay to the departure of Borealis. There you go, just about to see it on the left-hand side of the picture up there. The docks coming towards us is the
VTS, City of Chichester.
Messi, something like that. MSL.
Chichester, Southampton VTS.
Yeah, very good evening. SS already speak with Burnley Wharf, proceeding outbound to the west. Maximum drive is 3.8.
GSL.
DC 1176. 11 on board. Anchors clear, no defects.
Chichester VTS, that's all received. You have Mr. Sparks and traffic information. The GSL Maria at 203 corner outbound, and the Borealis will shortly be letting go from 102.
That's all received, thank you.
Well, that Hans Olav Mork from Norway. Oh, yeah, you'll be pleased to know, shipmate, that's the Britannia that departed earlier. She is on the way to you. It's not off to Bergen, though. She is off to Stavanger, Olden, Olsund and Hawksund before returning to the port of Southampton. That is the Britannia's cruise.
Southampton VTS, good afternoon. Red Falcon just past the Hook Boy inbound.
Red Falcon VTS, again, thank you. Traffic information. GSL Marines, 203 corner outbound. Borealis, shortly letting go from 102. And the City of Chichester, shortly letting go from Burnley Wharf.
All copy, ma'am. Many thanks.
Fairly busy out there for this bank holiday weekend. There's the GSL Maria, just turning around the corner out of the container terminal. Looks like the Borealis has had to hold off. Probably would have been enough time, but there's no rush, is there? Well, shipmate Wayno, it's Britannia, Queen Mary 2 are our favourites. We've had both of them this evening, shipmate, for you. And there's just one more to go. The Borealis. He's going to be slightly delayed.
Southampton BTS, this is CMA Motello, please come in over.
CMA Motello, Southampton BTS.
Yes, ma'am, good afternoon. This is CMA Motello. Now, finished cargo operation, and I just want to confirm my pilot boarding time will be 2000 local time, over.
CMA Motello, Southampton BTS. Can confirm your departure time is 2000 and your pilot will board from the shore side approximately 30 minutes before departure.
Copy on that, ma'am. Pilot boarding time 2000 local time, and pilot will be on board on shore side. Thank you very much. Good watch.
Right, so I think we've got that sorted then on Queen Mary 2. So we've got pub quiz one day on our sea day, and the Christmas Carol on the other sea day, and hopefully a visit from a senior member of staff. Well, the ship 8 hands is where is Queen Mary 2 sailing to on the strip? Norway, Denmark? No, unfortunately, she's transatlanticing. She's off to New York, 7 nights to New York. Then she returns from New York back to the port of Southampton. So it's just a crisscross. I suspect there will be a number of passengers who are just on board for 14 nights, sailing there and back. Is it me, or was it Queen Mary 2 got a bit of a list on there? I think she might have, you know. Shipmate James Dawson says, we all know what SHIP stands for. Spent hard-earned income permanently. Yes, that is exactly correct. Yeah, it's really hazy out there this evening. Even just at the other end of the port where the container terminal is. That's the GSL Maria. Not really very visible, she. It's just sort of a greyish, shadowy lump. I can see a few people walking around. I haven't seen any bathrobes. That's always a Cunard feature. There's always someone on their balcony in a bathrobe. Oh, hang on, there might be someone further up towards the top there. Potential bathrobe candidate. Shipmate Caroline Andy says she's just back from Norway. Queen Mary 2, yes. Quite a few folks doing the full 21-day round trip from the US. Transatlantic for 7 days. Around the fields for 7 days, and then back again for 7 days. Yeah, I can see that. There are some people that don't like to travel by plane. In that case, it looks like there's a few lifeboats missing there, doesn't it? Or is that just where the life rafts are?
VTS City Chichester, Cross House.
City Chichester, VTS, Cross House, thank you.
So those rectangles in the middle are the hidden balconies, just above the dark blue of the hull and the white of the hull. Those are the sheltered balconies, sorry, not hidden balconies. You can just see some people underneath a couple of holes down from the cunard in their sheltered balcony. I'm probably going to go for a sheltered balcony. I don't need a fancy balcony. Sheltered balcony would suit me, as long as I've got a bit of outdoor space to make some. The only reason I want outdoor space is so I can put cameras outside and tripods and things like that. And then I just need to decide on the drinks package, don't I? Do I need a drinks package, or do I just buy as I go? And then also, do I need the Wi-Fi? It makes it very tempting when they bundle everything in to their, whatever they call it, the premium signature package. Right, shipmates, I'm going to have to nip down to the galley because it's now knocking on 27.5 degrees in my cabin. I need to top up my water. I shall return shortly for the Fred Olsen departure. And that'll be, well, probably about 10 minutes or so.
VTS, that's all received. And Other than the Britannia Beaver and AF set trending to 0 in inbound traffic.
BTS, this is Red Jet 6, we're coming to Northwest Nightly, information current speed, please.
Red Jet 6, BTS, you may proceed with caution.
That's all copy, thanks very much, 6 out.
BTS, I'm curious.
I'm curious, BTS.
Leaving just going away from 45 round for the morning chorus.
I'm curious, BTS, it's all received. Traffic information is TSL Maria, passing 102 outbound and Borealis will shortly depart after her.
Thank you.
VTS, Borealis, GSL Maria is now clear, so letting go on 102, swinging back to port middle swing ground.
Borealis, VTS. All received.
VTS, GSL Maria, Pierhead out.
GSL Maria, VTS, Spearhead, thank you. Traffic information, City of Chichester, Dockhead outbound.
Yep, see him there.
Southampton VTS, good afternoon. This is the Red Falcon, just past Northwest Netley inbound. I have the City of Chichester there and the GSL Maria. Permission to maintain speed?
Red Falcon, VTS, you have permission to maintain speed.
All copied, ma'am. Many thanks.
VTS City is just Western Shelf.
City of Chichester, VTS, Western Shelf, thank you.
VTS, the Eleanor.
Eleanor, VTS.
Yes, the Eleanor. Yes, that's just finished with the Maria. We're going to head down towards 35, possible next jump there.
Eleanor, VTS, all received, thank you.
VTS, Ferriby finished on the GSL Maria, heading around to 35.
Ferriby, VTS, all received, thank you.
All right. There we go. So the GSL Maria, she's on her way. Next is the Borealis. I can see she's moving, but I don't think we'd better see her due to the rather large Plateau Glory in the way. She's much wider than the cruise ships we get in here.
Eleanor, Red Falcon, good evening to you, sir. I see you there, we're coming also. Should I see you green to green, will that work?
Yeah, Falcon, the Eleanor. Yeah, green to green.
I don't even need to look up where this one's going. Apparently it's a scenic landscapes and Norwegian field cruise. No, off to No, this is a different ship. Oh, Borealis today. No. Well, she's off today for a trip to Honfleur in France and Bordeaux in France, and then back to Southampton. A 5-day round trip bank holiday escape to France, they're calling it. I'm not quite sure what Paul means by today for this one then. She'll be coming down here to the middle swing ground. Yes, was someone asking when the next live stream was? I'm not sure about tomorrow, because the weather tomorrow looks ideal. So if the weather is ideal, I will go ahead. And like I say, the tide times are a factor which probably require me to come back into port relatively late. Yeah, so I shall probably know fairly early in the morning. I'll get up, check on the weather if it's still low wind and good conditions. I need to do a bit of planning this evening to work out what I can do. I'm just waiting because some of the pubs, they've got their opening times on their website, but often at the weekends they tend to be, a lot of them are open for breakfast, and it's a bit of a special. They don't always have it on their websites. So I'm trying to sort of get all the information in the place and just to confirm with everyone when they're open. "22nd of April, that was sailing, apparently." Might skip that one then. Picturesque, oh gosh. Do you know, I didn't really know how much the Borealis cruises are, but they're not cheap, are they? This is Picturesque Locks and Isles of Scotland. We've had numbers for Borealis already. She was, if memory serves me correctly, pretty much full complement of crew, and about a couple of hundred short on passengers, 1,100 and something, 1,130 or something. Shipmate Charlie Bravo, container cabins. Yeah, I definitely need to book up a container cabin. That probably should be my next cruise. There's a great little website out there, and I can't remember what it's called. I should look it up. Ah, I see. That explains it. Sorry, I looked at the prices here and thought that was quite expensive. I see now. I didn't really look at the quality of the cabins. Paul says that it is very well sold, and hence the only ones left are the more expensive cabins, the Superior Ocean View and a Balcony Junior Suite. That would explain that. Yeah, there's a couple of companies which, not as many as they used to. Before lockdown, there used to be a lot more cruises available on container ships. Since lockdown, they stopped doing it, and a lot of companies haven't reintroduced it. I think it's more hassle than it's worth. And also, I've noticed they put the prices up on it, but I should do it. I should go and have a little trip on a container ship. There was one that goes from Southampton and goes sort of around Europe, a bit like the cruise ship does. It goes from here and then goes to Ireland and then across to France, then up to Bruges and a couple of stops, and then Channel Islands, I think, then comes back. So I quite fancy going on that one. Sort of something similar to we normally do, but on a cruise ship, but on a container ship. Do we have any more? Is it just that one? Oh, there's another one here. Culture and Crack of Ireland. Southampton, Donlager, Cork, and back to Southampton. 4 nights from 699 or 1149. I've been on Fred Olsen, never actually cruised on them. I was talking to the cruise monkeys the other day. I think they just been on a Fred Olsen. I don't know if they'd been on a Fred Olsen or if they'd been on something else. She's reversing very gently here, isn't she? Now, the Fred Olsen ships are a great deal smaller than the ships you'll see from the other cruise lines. I think things to note that I've heard from people's comments about travelling on Fred Olsen. The ships are older, which can be a good or bad thing, depending if you want the latest and brightest thing or if you like the traditional feel of something more traditional. They're a bit smaller, quite a bit smaller. The Fred Olsen Borealis is only a mere 61,000 gross tons. She's built in 1997, so she's almost 30 years old. But also there's not so many passengers on board. Maximum double occupancy is 1,360. But I certainly can agree with people when they say the food on board's good. I'd say the food on board's excellent. I've not been disappointed by Fred Olsen food. And the ship has a more sort of traditional feel to it. And I certainly have experienced good staff as well. Oh yes, I did. That's when I met them just after they did their ambassador cruise. They came back to Southampton. Yeah, I think they can't remember if we were talking about Fred Olsen as well. I don't remember. Yeah, so it's pluses and minuses for Fred Olsen. I think there's with any cruise ship at all. They're all tailored to fit one's own choices. I imagine you could probably have some sort of diagram that would have all the various cruise lines overlapping, like some massively complicated Venn diagram. She's going very gently, isn't she?
Southampton BTS, Red Eagle, way out.
Queen Mary 2 passing the ports.
Red Eagle, VTS, check out, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You can...
BTS, GSL Maria, Western Shelford.
GSL Maria, VTS, Western Shell, thank you.
Yes, as Paul from Solent Ships Voyager says, massively complicated Venn diagram. We'll just talk to Paul. Yeah, it's probably easier.
Project 7 BTS will receive traffic information. City of Chichester, Lanes Lake outbound. GSL Maria, Western Shelf outbound. And the Borealis, Optimum 102.
I can't decide. It's going to be really misty out there, as you can see. Look at that. So I can't decide if that's going to make for a good sunset this evening or not. It might well do. Might well do. I should keep an eye out. Yes, massively complicated Venn diagram, or
Britannia, VTS will receive.
as Paul just says, talk to Paul and he can analyse your requests. I wouldn't ask AI if I was you. There goes the GSL Maria, passing Dockhead. She's on. Well, where is she off to? I don't actually know where is she off to. She was off to somewhere local, I think. Off to Antwerp. I suppose that's fairly local, isn't it, in shipping terms? There you go, Borealis has started spinning. Yeah, it's funny how the different ships, it's quite a large swing ground. Some of the ships swing more to the right, like this ship's doing here. And yeah, quite close, isn't she, to the... Looks like she's getting close. Or is that just an optical illusion? No, getting quite close. That's looking very close. Oh, yeah, just looking at that, that's very close, I would have to say. That seems unnecessarily close to me. Not quite sure what's going on there. It looks like it's been a shove of forward momentum there. I wonder if someone was manoeuvring and slightly forgetting what was behind them. It's like when you do your driving test, always check behind you before you do your three-point turn. That was very close. Okay, right. I think we're okay now. What was going on there then? Oh, very odd indeed. Yeah, I mean, look on the map here. That is obviously slightly delayed, but look how close. It was close then. It wasn't just the angle of the camera. I think it really was very close. Oh, gosh. There, look, there you go. A bit of forward motion has been applied now to move her forwards. I was just saying that it's surprising they turn in different locations. I know the swing ground is quite large, but sometimes they swing sort of here, at this angle, right behind the dome. Sometimes it's to the left, and sometimes it is to the right, but that was quite a long way to the right. Oh, gosh, that would have not been a good start to your trip away if you had to stop and fill out some forms with the insurance company. Oh. I remember we had a time when two cruise ships were reversing towards each other.
Yes, the morning call route on 12. Good evening.
Morning Chorus, BTS, good evening.
Yeah, BTS, morning chorus, so we have M35 for us, just closing the ramp, hooking the tugs up, should be ready to go in about 10 minutes or so. When we do get underway, we're bound for Halifax, Nova Scotia, maximum draft of 9.8 metres and 22 on board plus myself.
Morning chorus, BTS, that's all received, thank you.
See the box roads clear, any other traffic around I need to know about?
Morning chorus, BTS, the Borealis is still currently swinging off of Bertha 102.
Copy, thank you.
There we go. All back on course now. Herr Wolf says, whose fault would that have been? That's a good question. Whose fault would that have been? I don't know. The master of the ship is still responsible. So the pilot's giving him instructions. I don't know. Yes, Paul says yes. That's the one time you wouldn't want an aft cabin. Or maybe you would. I mean, you'd get a fantastic view of the oil tanker. Yeah, that was very. I was quite close. I initially thought it was just due to the angle. I wonder if is there anyone down in Mayflower Park? I wonder. We normally got some shipmates down in Mayflower Park. They would have got an excellent view, wouldn't they? Let's have a look. Is there anyone down there? Oh, there's a few people walking around. Well, if there's any shipmates down in Mayflower Park who happen to be watching that, and you took some photos, let me know. See how close that was. That strikes me that was closer than it should have been, frankly. Yes, Pat Luckett says entertaining to watch and the graphics. Yes, well, the graphics confirmed it because, like I say, due to the angles and things, sometimes it looks like things are really close. And then when you look from a different angle, there's like hundreds of metres between them, and there's no problem whatsoever. But to me, that looked really close.
Borealis, swing complete, middle swing ground, sailing out round.
Borealis, BTS, so received, thank you.
That did look really close, and the AIS map confirmed it.
Primary 2, 4 hours now, be out west and south.
Primary 2, BTS, that's all received. No reported inbound traffic, just got the Air dredging, towards the lab, southeast of the tower.
Thank you.
Well, that was a bit of excitement. Yeah, I've not seen that before.
VTS, Sea Wits Venturer, good evening.
Wit Venture, BTS, good evening.
Wit Ventura, yeah. Well, we'll follow the morning chorus out when she gets going with 5.1 to Z Bruges, person on board, probably taking off channel.
And there's not even that much wind either. I just wondered if there was a sudden gust of wind which just took her, but I don't think there is.
Yeah, okay. Has the morning chorus called in, is she? I see the tugs there.
Wit Venture, BTS, yeah, morning chorus is called in, not got permission to depart yet.
Okay, well, we'll follow her. Okay, thank you.
Yes, if there are any shipmates on the Borealis, happen to be at the stern, let me know how close that was. I'd be curious to know exactly how close that was. It looked, I would say, closer than it should have been. I would certainly have preferred a bit more space myself, especially as the wind was coming from the south-southwest, so the wind would have been blowing you towards the object. I was always taught to keep far away from the thing you don't want to hit. quite a basic rule of seamanship, that. Right, so how interesting. That's what I like about watching these ships. You think every day it's the same, but there's always something going on. Just noticing over on the camera here, we've got the pilot boat there. Just at Queen Mary 2, might be offloading the pilot. And about the right spot, just past the forts.
Yes, Borealis Pierhead now outbound.
Borealis, BTS, ahead, thank you.
As you see, compared to the other ships we've seen this evening, not very many decks. Yeah, look at that. There's the fort with the hotel on it. There's the little pilot boat. Shipmate pack, like I said, the previous time it happened, we did subsequently get feedback. Did we? What was the feedback? I don't remember that. You have to tell me, Pat. Or was it feedback just for your group? Yeah, I can't see too many people out and about on deck. Although it is 6 o'clock. Well, quarter to 7, that is peak dinner time, isn't it? Well, shipmates, I've enjoyed that one. I need to head off, get some supplies, and I need to do some planning for tomorrow's potential pub crawl by dinghy. I've got a few things I need to calculate, and to see if it's viable for tomorrow. Because it's just the weather is absolutely perfect for tomorrow, but I just need to know if some other things are going to work. Hope you enjoyed that one, mates. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. It is free. Just hit that little button somewhere. And if you are already a subscriber, many thanks for your support. And if you're a Patreon, a PayPal donor, member of the channel, thanks for your continued support. And I've got a whole lot of videos coming out. I've got quite a lot of videos now at about 3/4 stage. I keep making new ones. I need to slow down a bit.
VTS, east of the Chichester and Hook, outbound main channel to the west.
Look, a lot of traffic out there this evening.
City of Chichester, VTS, Hook outbound, thank you. Just very traffic.
Received, thank you.
Yes, where was I? Yes, and also many thanks to the Blue Spanner crew who look after the chat, not only in this live stream, but all the other live streams. Suggestions for things to wear. Sunglasses, hat. Yes, I'm going to wear a hat and sunglasses, absolutely. I'm also wearing long sleeves. And I'm also going to bring in important emergency supplies with me as well. Rum ration, of course. Can't go anywhere without a rum ration. And of course, most of all, many thanks to the Blue Spanner crew. Look after the chat in this live stream and all the other live streams. So next time, shipmates.
ATS Red Jet 7 Northwest at the end. Please continue with speed, please, with caution.
Red Jet 7 BTS, you may proceed with caution.
BTS, the morning chorus.
Morning chorus, BTS.
Yeah, single up on 35. Permission to sail and follow the Borealis when she's clear.
Morning chorus, BTS. You have permission to depart.
Thank you.
Right, champion, BTS.